guys, Oliver Grimbley here, and I'm going to be answering a few questions today for a good friend of mine who's asked to interview an entrepreneur. So, being a young entrepreneur myself, I am going to answer these questions. Obviously, it's going to be subjective. This is my opinion. There's many entrepreneurs out there, so take it with a grain of salt. Hopefully, there's something that can add value to your life here. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started. So the first question is, how did you get the idea for your business? Well, I myself, my background is in tennis. So I'm an athlete by nature. I'm really driven by following a goal, knowing what I have to do to achieve it, and then if I achieve it, I celebrate and I reach a level of success. So translating that into business, I found was very, very easy. I would set myself a goal in business, and I would just work hard towards achieving it. And many entrepreneurs can do that. They can set goals and eat them for breakfast. And that was something that I needed as an athlete. I needed that goal to push towards, to drive towards, so that when I achieved it, I got a sense of fulfillment. And working in the corporate world, on somebody else's watch, building their dream, wasn't something that inspired me, but actually having something that I could create and, dream up and go out there and pursue a vision and actually achieve it and get that sense of fulfillment is what really made me want to be an entrepreneur. So, there's many different businesses that you can get into. Entrepreneurs generally have more than one stream of income. They generally have multiple streams of income. And right now, the business that I'm focusing on, or the question over here is, how did you get the idea for your business? Was people. If you look at business is people. You don't have a business without people. So ultimately, what you want to do is you want to master people, because if you can master people, you will master business, because business is people, and the future of business is your network. And that's why one of the businesses which I really focus on is network marketing specifically, because you're leveraging your network, and that is an asset through which you can now leverage and get a residual or a passive income through. The second one, what was your mission at the outset? Well, my mission for my ultimate vision, if you will, my mission in life is to really help inspire other people towards their full potential. As a tennis player, having a dream to win Wimbledon, I worked really hard to achieve that, and I got so far, but I didn't reach that full-on level. But just to see how many people have that burning passion inside them, and they've got so much potential within them, but it never gets unleashed because they're trading that for certainty, the certainty of a paycheck, the certainty of a job, the certainty of taking the path most traveled, because it's more comfortable. And if there's anything I can teach you from having taken the entrepreneurial path, is the amount of uncertainty you can comfortably embrace is in direct proportion to what you will achieve in your life. It's from the great Tony Robbins. So, you have to be willing to be uncomfortable, because that's the only place you grow. Comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing grows there. And entrepreneurs are people that value growth. And the only way you're going to grow is if you embrace change. And that means having an open mind, right? So my mission from the outset is to serve other people. That's it, is to help other people, to inspire other people towards fulfilling their potential. And that's why I speak and I travel and I help other people. The more people you can help, the more you will help yourself. The great Warren Buffett said, help people get what they want, and you'll get what you want in life. Go out there and help as many people as you can, serve as many people as you can, and in the process, you yourself will get rewarded, right? And the amount of people you can serve will be in direct proportion to the income that you will earn, right? Money is nothing but a byproduct of adding value. That's what money is, right? Money is nothing but a byproduct of adding value. So don't focus on how you can make more money. Focus on how can I add more value, and the money will come as a byproduct of adding value. Number three, what service or product do you offer? Specifically, I have multiple businesses. So one of them is business consulting. So the service that I offer is consulting to people, and that is being a business strategist, if you will, a peak performance specialist, if you will, how to live an inspired life. And I really help people to get their mindset in the right place, because that is the foundation for success. Everything else is just skills, it's just tools. But your foundation is your mindset. And if you have a positive mindset and you have the right frame of mind, you can tackle anything. So I help people, I coach them, if you will, into getting into the right state of mind, how to develop the right mindset, raise their level of consciousness, because it's always the entrepreneur in the business, it's not the business. You can take a business that's failing and you can put in a successful entrepreneur that understands business, understands people, and that business will turn around. We've seen it happen multiple times over and over and over again. The other service or product that I offer currently, if you don't want to have to physically create your own product or service, a great business model right now, which is absolutely exploding in the 21st century, and a great way to actually learn the fundamental skills of becoming an entrepreneur, is network marketing, because you are leveraging off millions of dollars worth of research done for you on a product already that's already been developed, it's been tested in a market, and all you have to do is go use the most effective form of marketing, which is word of mouth marketing, to move a product or a service, and you get compensated as a result. So it doesn't cost a lot of money to start up, but the return is incredibly high if you can, move a lot of product through your network. Think of micro franchising, if you will. That is the business model of the 21st century. I highly urge any entrepreneur who's looking at starting out in entrepreneurship or wants to transition from corporate to entrepreneurship to really look at network marketing, because it is a great industry to just teach you the fundamental skills of being an entrepreneur. A great audio you can go look up is Robert Kiyosaki, Business into the 21st Century. There's another movie called Rise of the Entrepreneur, which you can go look online. Just type Rise the movie on Google. It's a great movie that you can watch, which can kind of give you an idea of how the world's changing. We're living in a results-based economy where people are, there's a lot of people that are overqualified, but there's a shortage of jobs. So people now don't need you as much as they used to. They don't have to pay you what they used to pay you. They don't have to offer you the job security that they used to, because there's so many people in line waiting outside for this opportunity. There's people that are looking for opportunity. So I always say to people, you want to go into a market that's niche, not where everyone's going. And if there's so many people now with degrees, that tells you something. That's not the path you want to necessarily go, in my opinion. You want to go somewhere where you can offer a service which is in demand. And if you're going to choose the path, the academic route, that's fine, but then you need to specialize. Experts say in the next 20 years, 60 to 80% of jobs as we know it won't exist, right? So if you study law, for example, unless you specialize, you better stop. I mean, IBM Watson can already provide more accurate legal advice right now than a lawyer. That's true. That's a computer. A computer's already beaten the best Go player in the world. Best chess player in the world has been beaten by a computer. So computers are really accelerating. Technology is growing at such a fast rate. It's replacing, tasks that can be done, general information that we can deliver, that those services we can offer are completely being replaced by technology. So what do you attribute your success? I attribute my success to definitely my mindset, to being completely connected with what it is that I want to achieve in my life. And my ultimate goal is to help as many people I can and raise global consciousness. So for me, being connected to that, I call it your why. For some of you, it might be your family. It might be, I don't know, for some of you, it might be material. You might want a much bigger house, a car. You might want that holiday. For others, it might be to be able to provide a home for your parents who gave you everything when you were younger. It might be to give back. We all have different whys, if you will. But if you're very connected to your why, that is the fuel for your success. It's almost like the fuel that you're putting in the car. It's going to go somewhere if there's fuel in it. If there's no fuel in it, it's not moving anywhere. You can have all the potential in the world. You can have a Ferrari, but if there's no fuel in that Ferrari, it ain't moving anywhere. So the fuel is essential. The why is essential. Why you are doing the business. Why do you wake up every day is very important to connect with. And the only person that can help you to identify your why is you. And that comes from, really going inside, doing some inner reflection, contemplation, identifying what it is you value. If you can align what you do with what you value, you're going to enjoy your work a lot more. It's going to be a lot more fulfilling. But if you're doing work that's not in alignment with what you value, it's going to be tiring, it's going to be boring, unfulfilling, it's going to feel like a chore, and that's not what you want. What do I look for in an employee? When I'm, if I'm hiring somebody for the first thing I look for in an employee is EQ. IQ, a lot of people can have an IQ, but again, business is people. And if you can't work with people, if you can't manage people, then you're not going to be good in business. I look more at the EQ, the emotional intelligence, than the actual IQ. I love to actually see what people's values are, what is their why, because if their why is in alignment with, or their values are in alignment with the company's values, then you're going to have a synergy there. But if their values are not in line with your company's values, there isn't a synergy there, and they're not going to be passionate or inspired. They're going to feel like it's a chore to work for you. You want people who love to work with you because it's in alignment with what they value. Hope that understands. What's your company's goal? Well, my company's goal very simply is to inspire people through reaching their full potential. Personally, OG. But if I'm looking at my my One Direct Selling business, which I've been working on part-time, it's to empower people while helping them look and feel younger, while helping them to unleash their full potential and to empower others. That's the company's pretty much more or less their mission statement. So that is really the company's goal. It's to help as many people, go out there and earn an income to empower them, but at the same time make them look and feel younger. And then my purpose, my company's vision is more about actually helping people to develop the right mindset so that they can be a better entrepreneur in life, in their relationships, in their business. Help them to recognize the patterns that are running, that are holding them back from achieving what it is that they want to achieve in their life. Do I work locally or globally? I work globally. You have to work globally. If your business can't run on a smartphone, forget about it, because that is the 21st century. We are living in a global economy. Everything is connected now. Within a couple milliseconds, you're on a phone call to somebody on the other side of the world and you can be doing business. So if your business isn't on a global platform, you really need to think about that, because that's the future. What is unique about your business? Specifically my business, personally, what's unique is me. I'm unique, right? Every single person has a different set of values and a different way of teaching. So I'll have certain individuals that resonate more with me than they would with another coach. So I am the brand with regards to my service that I offer. With regards to my other business in the network marketing business, what is unique about our business is that we have superior products, and we're in a niche industry, which is anti-aging. And that's an industry which is growing very quickly, but it's a very specialist industry within the health and wellness industry. So you have to have cutting edge products, and you have to have products that sell themselves. If you have a product that sells itself, that separates you apart from a huge amount of competitors, because a lot of them have great products, but they don't sell themselves. And by definition, that means that you have to sell that product. But if your product has a wow factor, if your product sells itself, then you have something special. Then you have a recipe for success, because all you need to do then is share the product, and the product should do the selling because it sells itself. Therefore, the next question is, how much is it? And that product's done the work for you. But if the product doesn't sell itself, by definition, you have to sell it. You actually have to have a skill. You have to be good in sales. You have to be able to convince somebody to buy that product. The product's good. You don't have to be good at sales. You just share it. What are your responsibilities on a day-to-day basis? Mind and body is number one. So before I even think about getting into work mode, I wake up. I call it my holy hour. I spend at least 20 minutes meditating. I have a meditation room. Actually, it's that room over there. And and I'm in my meditation room, that's really my time to reflect and to contemplate what I'm grateful for. Gratitude is a very high vibration emotion, and it'll help you to get into a state where you're really in the right frame of mind for the rest of your day. I also read generally something that inspires me. So an autobiography maybe of another very successful entrepreneur. Another thing might be something on quantum physics or the universe. I'm very big on connecting to something bigger than myself. That really inspires me. It makes me feel like I'm here to contribute to something bigger than myself. After that, I jump on a rebounder. A rebounder helps to move lymph around the body, helps to get kind of my energy going, and I say incantations. Those are basically affirmations, but when you're moving, they actually get absorbed in your entire system. It's not just mind, it's mind and body connection. So I do my incantations after that, and then I say my I am statement, which I learned from a mentor of mine, Peter Sage. I am, for what comes after those words defines your destiny. I say I am, and whatever it is I want to be, I say those words. And in saying that every single day, I internally start to believe that which is my I am statement. And I adopt that. And when you believe something internally, it starts to manifest externally. That's a belief of mine. Your inner world creates your outer world. So that's how I would start my morning. I have some greens then, pure greens. Juice, a really good juice is Maximum Vibrance. I have that with some water, and then I go work out. I go to the gym, get some sweat going, come back. Then I have a natural juice, generally kale, spinach, beetroot, apple, celery, cucumber, some ginger and lemon, and I juice that all and I drink that straight. That's a 10-minute nutrient express system into the body, alkalizes the system, gets me ready for the day. Then actually during the day I'll eat very much a combination of light meals, maybe some salad, some fish, maybe a piece of chicken with some fish and some shakes. I generally have hemp protein because it's a light protein, easier to digest. It's a plant-based protein. And in between those meals, I'll be doing 2-3 hour sessions where I really focus on working, right? And that means no distractions. I'm focusing on one thing at a time. Whatever the task is that I'm doing that until I complete it before I move on to the next task. Generally, I'll work then until about 5 p.m. And at 5 p.m. I'll take a break, maybe meditate again for 20 minutes. I'll have an early supper at about 6:37, and I'm usually in bed by 9:30, 10, and up again at 5 a.m. I find a trait of very successful people is that they wake up early. What does your company help the local community? Yes, my company does. We have an organization called Jeunesse Kids. So basically a portion of all the profits our company makes goes towards charity. We've recently actually opened an entire community in Kenya where we've built schools, built a healthcare center. We've got teachers in there that are helping to teach them. We've delivered some food and supplies. And we've done that in Asia as well. So we have 2 charities currently, and a portion of all the profits that the organization makes, the company makes, goes towards these charities. We also have a bracelet called the Rafiki bracelet, and these are $10, and the $10, the complete amount goes through to charity whenever somebody buys one of these. If you had one final piece of advice for someone just starting out as an entrepreneur, what would it be? My advice would be it's not going to be comfortable, and that's good because that's a sign that you are taking a path which is going to lead to growth. And most people are so used to the path of certainty, the path of least resistance, doing what most people do. And you're going to have to be willing to do the opposite of what most people do. You're going to have to be strong enough to follow this, not this, and you're going to have to really embrace uncertainty. You're going to have to be able to do whatever it is you want to do and not worry about what other people think. We call it the good opinion of others. Most people are swimming in goop, the good opinion of others. They are so worried about what other people think of them that they never end up actually doing what it is they want to do, right? Don't let what other people think of you or what they tell you should do influence what you want to do. What you want to do is a whole separate story. But too many people are letting other people influence that. And that is the biggest problem. So I would say, giving you advice, if you're starting out as an entrepreneur, have the inner belief to know that what I want to do is what I want to do. I'm not going to worry what other people think. Know that it will be tough. The road is never a straight road. It's a windy road. Things will be up, they'll be down, they'll be crazy. And the ability to stay calm in the midst of a crisis is a fundamental skill of being an entrepreneur. It's being able to be able to embrace that uncertainty, really, and to be able to embrace that change when it comes, and respond accordingly, and then stay back on track just as much as needed. And if you're an entrepreneur and you don't know what business to start, I really recommend network marketing. I think it's one of the best industries to teach you the fundamental skills you need to become an entrepreneur. Dealing with people, managing rejection, sales, marketing, presenting skills, everything that you need to become an entrepreneur, you can learn in a network marketing business. And if you're going to start your own business, find a mentor, find somebody who's done it that can coach you. If you look at athletes, they have coaches. Before they win those big tournaments, they've actually been mentored or coached, walking through that journey. In business, it's no different. If you want to be an entrepreneur in that field that you're in, find out who in that field has already achieved what it is you want to achieve and learn from them. Read books and biographies of other entrepreneurs that have achieved what it is you want to achieve. Find out what it is they know. Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. And knowing and not doing is the same as not knowing. You can have all this information, but if you don't go out there and actually implement it, you're also not learning it. So it's a fine balance between learning, gaining this knowledge, but also going out and applying it. And in that process, you learn, right? But you have to intertwine the two. You have to be actually going out and taking action on what it is that you're learning. And you have to be willing to make mistakes. And, Michael Jordan said, I've missed I don't know how many thousand shots in my career, and that's why I succeed. It's not the pretty story you guys see on TV. These guys have gone through so many failures before they've reached that success. So I would say the biggest tip is don't be afraid to fail. That is the key. If you're not afraid to fail, if you're somebody who just gets back up and keeps on going on, keep on keeping on as an entrepreneur, that's the secret to success. The secret is actually just never quitting and just keep on keeping on. Believe in your vision, go for it, step up, wake up every single day, swing the bat, because you might just hit the ball, and that's a lot better way to live life, in my opinion, than sitting on the side and never actually getting up to go out there and swing the bat and just playing it safe. Life's too short to play it safe. You were born a miracle. Do you know the chance of you being born was 1, I think, in 40 million to 1. That was the chance of you being here on planet Earth. So you are no mistake. Make sure of that. You are no mistake. You are an absolute miracle. The fact that you are here on Earth means that there is a divine purpose for your life, and you need to find out what that is, and that comes from heart-mind alignment, getting congruent, thinking about what it is that you value in life, and finding a way to serve an ever greater number of people, because that is how you will go out there and you will leave a legacy, by going and contributing to a cause greater than yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope all of you guys go out there and really embrace uncertainty, follow what it is that you want to achieve in your life, dream big. If you know how to achieve your dream, you're dreaming too small. Go out there, because this world needs more entrepreneurs. It needs more leaders. It needs more people to create opportunities for the people that just want to follow, and there's too many followers out there. So please be a leader and go out there and create more leaders, because that's the definition of a true leader. Thank you so much for watching this video.